When I was 18, I lived in a dorm, and because I went to university in the same city I was born and raised in, I often visited my parents on the weekends and on breaks. This particular incident happened in early to mid-December, right when it began to get super dark outside quite early. I was driving back to my dorm, still in my parents' neighbourhood, when I noticed a dark blur from one yard to the next. My eyesight is quite bad, so I thought I imagined it. However, as I drive by the next house, I'm able to see him a lot better. He was peering into one of the windows of the house. Now, my family is quite good friends with the owners of this house, and I thought that maybe it was their oldest son looking for a way inside. At the time, this made perfect sense to me, since both this particular individual and their son had short dark hair. Anyway, I stop and roll down my window to shout hello. I only get my window halfway down when the figure turns around. He smiles and waves like it's the most normal thing in the world. Meanwhile, I've started to realise that this is not the person who I thought it was, and this was not a safe situation. And while I'm pondering over what to do, like an idiot, I'm brought back to reality by the fact that this man has begun to make his way down the driveway, walking and then eventually speeding up into a jog run, yelling, "Hey! Hey! Hey!" and "Come here! Come here!" At this point I'm like, nope, and press my foot all the way down on the gas pedal and keel away while he's yelling at the top of his lungs. I finally have the common sense to stop once I get in a well-lit and busy shopping centre, to call my parents and the cops. Fortunately, no one was home and nothing was stolen. However, he was never caught, which is disappointing. Apologies in advance if this isn't the right subreddit. I just need to get it off my chest. Also, I'm up in the break room on my cell phone, so grammar and formatting may not be the best. For those of you who don't know, I'm a fairly young female. In fact, I'm the youngest assistant manager at this grocery store. I'm also rather petite. In our store, there is a small kiosk that sells cell phones and various services related to that. There are several different guys who rotate through this kiosk. One in particular, Bob, has weirded me out from the get-go. As soon as training was over, and I started running the front of the store alone, mid-October, the comments started. Every time I walked by the kiosk, "Hey babe, gorgeous, baby, cutie, when are you going to ditch that boyfriend and come on a date with me? I can take you for a ride in my truck, if you know what I mean." He also stared at me whenever he got the chance. It didn't matter if I was in customer services, the pharmacy, at the register, wherever. If I was in the front, he was staring at me. Since about December, it's gotten physical as well. He's tried holding my hand, purposely brushing me as he walked by, and playing with my hair as I counted registers down at the end of the night. Within the last couple of weeks, he's also snuck up behind me and grabbed my waist a couple of different times, and has gotten close enough that I could feel his breath on the back of my neck. He's also started showing up frequently when I work. I'd say that about 80% of my last shifts, he's been there, staring, skulking. Despite telling him multiple times to leave me alone, he hasn't gotten the message, and now, he's back. I had my back to the doors, and all of a sudden I felt hands on my waist and lips on my neck. I freaked out and told another supervisor to cover the front, and I'm hiding in my break room, trying not to cry. About 2 years ago, I posted on this subreddit about a man named Bob who was harassing me at work. He'd follow me, try to touch my hair, waist, anything he could get away with. Shortly after I posted, I was offered a promotion at the same chain, but across town. I gladly accepted, hoping I could lose this creep and move on with my life. For a while, everything was good. I made my new bosses aware of the situation as a precaution. They chose to continue having someone walk me to and from my car, especially when working the night shift. Then, about a year after I started, the calls began. My customer service clerk would answer, transfer the call to me. They said he only ever asked for the manager. And when I picked up, the caller would hang up as soon as I finished my introduction. Annoying, but whatever. Lots of kids played on pranks like that. The calls progressed. It started with him not saying anything, then changed to, "Hey baby, do you miss me yet?" Not wanting to show whoever that this was acceptable behaviour, I'd just hang up. Then the calls changed. They got more menacing. "Hey sugar lips, I like your new car. Did you think you could get rid of me that easily? That's a cute top you're wearing. Bet it'd be real easy to rip off of you. I know you think you're invincible, running to your bosses. They can't stop me when you're alone." Soon after that, I saw his very distinct truck in the parking lot across the street. There's no way it wasn't him. My bosses insisted that it was a coincidence, and we couldn't do anything since he wasn't on our property. It didn't matter though. Every time I walked to or from my car, the truck would be across the street. I knew it was Bob, but he had gotten smarter. Our cameras didn't reach far enough to see him. If you looked at the person in the driver's seat, you couldn't make out any features behind the hat, glasses, and phone. I could always feel his stare, peering through the windshield. Pictures started showing up in the store's mail. At first, it was of me standing by my car, sitting with someone outside at break, or me walking to or from the store. We still couldn't officially blame Bob, though I'm sure he was the one doing it. It escalated to pictures of me counting tills, standing in the store, or interacting with customers. All the shots that he'd have to be within 20 to 30 feet of me to get, but we couldn't find him on the security cameras. I became paranoid, and I couldn't get any work done for fear of seeing him next. My bosses were wonderful, and moved me to the back room, where I was away from any and all customers. One final shot came through. A picture of me in the back store, operating our forklifts with "Miss you, sugar lips" across the back of it. Last August, I was accepted and started classes at my dream school, 2 hours away from home. I quit my beloved job and moved, hoping that this would finally give me some freedom. A week ago, I started seeing what I think is Bob's truck rolling through campus. Today, I found a note on my car with a picture of me talking with my boyfriend. The note said, "Miss me, sugar lips. Don't worry. Even he can't protect you."